September is actually here. We are officially in the BER months, my absolutely favorite time of the year, especially the early fall. Oh my gosh, it really is. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money More with Jan channel. How you doing today? Don't you feel a little bit more invigorated once the brisk, crispy air, I call it crispy, once the brisk, crispy air comes in, it just is so much more motivating and invigorating as well. It is the perfect time of the year, in my honest opinion, to declutter. Although decluttering is perfect to do any time of the year. But there's something about when you have that little bit of a nip in the air. I don't know. It's just invigorating. There you go. How you doing today? Hope everybody is doing well. Let's talk about some decluttering tips and tricks. You're probably saying, oh, Jan, I heard them all before. Some might have, some might not have not, some have not. Tripping over the old words there. But I'll tell you the truth, like anything else, I'm just talking about for myself. Like anything else in life, I like to do things in baby bites, even decluttering, okay? I don't like to do things in great big old hunks and chunks. To me, that can become overwhelming mentally, physically, and even time wise. Okay. But we still want to declutter. Make no mistake about that. So I have found that for myself, and perhaps it may be for you too, who knows? Let me know in the comment section below if you prefer doing things in small spurts. Okay. So small spurts of decluttering is a good thing because, like anything else in this life, if you do a positive thing, even if it's a little bit of it, but if you do it every single day, let me tell you something, incrementally and as time goes by, the whole thing adds up into what? Success, and not with so much stress. Okay. Takes a little bit of the stress out. I'll give you an example. Today, literally. Now, I record these shows, as you know by now, but if you're brand new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. For those brand new here, I record my shows 1 week prior. So today is Saturday, August 30th, okay? But you are not going to hear this until Saturday, September 6th, okay? So I record earlier. Again, baby bites. I even do my shows in baby bites, but it all adds up. But in real time for me, on Saturday, August 30th, I have chosen a designated area in my home, in my apartment actually, that I like and need to and want to declutter. And I'm going to put a timer on and I'm going to work on it. I'm going to stay laser focused where on that area. And that's the only area that I choose to work on today. I'm going to do it. And you know what it is? You see, here's the thing. We need to, we want to, and it's very helpful to see how fast our progression works. A visualization. For example, I'm working, there goes the bird clock, and it's 8 o'clock Eastern the week prior. There you go. 8 a.m. specifically. Yep. Oh, that one is so cute. The one where you hear like a ton of birds, okay? That's the 8 a.m. one, just for the record, for anybody that's keeping track. But anyway, although when I switch the battery like every so often, it's like the bird calls go in different positions. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, back to this. So I choose to do this on this day because I want to see visible progression fast. Okay? I don't need to necessarily do a fast job, but I want to see the progression that day. So I choose to work on some shelving units in my stockpiling area that have gone a little, not so much. It's rather on the disorganized side right this minute. I want to organize that. And then when I'm through with that, because I want to line them up neatly, then I want to hit the decluttering section. Different shelves, not stockpiling, same room, same space. Okay. So it's like a weird thing because the stockpiling shelves look pretty good already. There's just some little changes that need to be made in organization. But other shelves, which has nothing to do with stockpiling, kind of looks like, huh? And it's screaming for attention. They need to be decluttered. You know, like when you get a box and you say, I'm going to save that empty box for someday. I might need it to ship something out someday. You see where I'm going with this? And all of a sudden, your room starts looking like, I don't know, like a warehouse. And although warehouses serve their purpose, you don't necessarily want to look at a warehouse in your own place. But I mean, I'm being exaggerative here, but you see where I'm going with this. So, this is what we do. Now, what I like to do, and this has worked since childhood, anytime I have a task that's, well, not let's say the happiest, most happy time of the day when I was a kid was doing homework. What did I do? You probably did the same thing back in the day. Play some favorite music or radio station back in the old days. And I would like put it on loudly, and my mother and father could never understand how did I get really pretty good grades even with the radio blasting. It helped me. It motivated me to get through it. I'm like, yay, because back then we tackled our homework quickly, which that's another show. And I do recommend it. I do recommend it. It works. Get it out of the way. Do a good job. And you know something? We could look at it the same way. Put on your favorite music. Okay. Make that task better. Now, decluttering is a different ball of wax. Okay. Then decluttering is different than organizing. Oftentimes people confuse decluttering with organizing. No, decluttering is sorting through things and like really narrowing it down. Things that you are going to trash, things that you are going to donate. Trash, donate. Now, sometimes people have a thing called a maybe pile. Okay, I'm on the fence about the maybe pile. Okay, because sometimes, not always, sometimes maybe means you put it in a box and it's just another gathering place for the future, and then that turns into rebuilding up of clutter again. But maybe if you put a timer, mental timer, by marking not so much a timer that you turn and twist to turn on, but marking your calendar. Put like a timer on how long you're going to work with that maybe box. You see where I'm going with that? Okay, so maybe. Okay, maybe is like iffy, but clearly, here's the goal. You're trying to reduce the stuff that you will eventually work with in your organizing and in your managing what's left that you're keeping. Okay, so get rid of the stuff you don't use. Get rid of it. I mean, sometimes it's like I don't know. Sometimes it's like an art form in a way, like a little bit of practice. You got to practice the decluttering muscles. You see where I'm going with that? And I know sometimes that it's harder. I know sometimes that there are emotional things attached to it. I get that. There are things that I get on the fence about, but I do put it in a maybe box, not forever, never, never. Let's say maybe box for about 1 or 2 weeks, not 1 or 2 months. Now it could be easy to forget it, but if you mark it in your day planner, and no matter what you use, day planner, organizer, book, whatever, mark it down. Computer, I don't care where. Mark it down somewhere. Check out your maybe box. 2 weeks has gone by, so you pick a date for your maybe box. Okay. Now clearly there are things that right away I'm going to go into the trash. Right. Anyway, that's a no brainer. You're done with it. Thank you for all its use. Goodbye, and trash it. Great start. Okay. Great start. And then clearly there's a donation box. I mean, It's still great, still usable. You've had your time with it. Mentally kiss it goodbye, wave at it if you really want, and say ciao ciao for now, and bless someone else in need. Okay, so that's a great motivation right then and there. Blessing someone else in need. Okay, and then there are times now, let's say you're low on cash, and I've talked about this in great length if you want to hold a yard sale and stuff like that. So you could even create another box called yard sale. If you really do yard sales, gate sales, you could look up some videos that I did discussing, my experiences with that and stuff like, things like that. So, yeah. So it's really not that hard. Pick a day that you have a little time, okay? You don't have to spend all day on it. In fact, I suggest like doing it in spurts of time. So there you go. It could be a really pleasant thing. Not to confuse decluttering with organization. Two different ball games, but both are extremely important. But we start with the decluttering first. It makes no sense. Here's before I go. A lot of people make the mistake of buying a whole bunch of organizers, okay? Too many, maybe, okay? And they confuse decluttering with organizing. People are reorganizing stuff that they really should let go of. And all you're going to do is just create more clutter, less space. It's going to feel cramped. And like a lot of times, people have storage units that they pay a ton of money for, holding things that they haven't used in years. Imagine paying to store clutter for years. I can't see it, but then again, that's its own show. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate everybody's time. Don't forget to come back every single day with a brand new upload. I'm on every single day at 5 a.m. begins the brand new upload. You don't have to listen to it at 5 a.m., but I'm letting you know it comes up every day at 5 a.m. So whatever time you wake up and tune in is perfect. Every single day, a brand new upload. Like, for example, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's a carousel. I go round and around and around all year long, nonstop, like a spinning top. All right, everybody, take good care of yourself and your amazing family. Thank you so very much. And as always, super thanks are forever appreciated. Thank you.